From top to bottom, I'm gonna walk you through a full agility training session with my football athletes. Let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Barner here with Overtime Athletes, and for today's video, I want to walk you through a next progression of our change of direction and agility training with our higher level football athletes. Now, they're in about phase 2, phase 3, right about the midway of the off season for these guys. It's pretty unique, whereas some are in the USFL, CFL, NFL, because they all leave at different times. So I'm working with that staggered timeline between each of these guys within this group. However, like I said, in the midway is when we start to advance or intensify some of the movements. So first things first, we always get started with our dynamic warm-up. Then we go through our movement prep for what they're going to face for that particular day, with today being a lot of change of direction, whether that be linear or lateral. We want to first start off by elevating the lower limb through some different type of pogo progressions, working laterally to work that inversion, eversion, which they're going to face within this training session. Next, from there, we want to move up the kinetic chain to start working through those hip abduction, adduction drills to really prime and prep them for better quality movement that they're going to face. And then we finished off with some back pedal progressions to get them warmed up. Then from there, what we did was we got straight into our plyometrics. Now, when it comes to the plyometrics, we're really trying to reduce down or isolate some of those movements that they're performing when cutting and overall enhance that movement, right? So as we progress from the last phase, we're going to intensify this a little bit by adding a mini band, adding a little bit of resistance. But we go through a lot of the similar progressions that we did from the previous phase that we did without resistance, where we're working from stability all the way up to a reactive component, and really just trying to enhance them, working both under center of mass and outside center of mass when cutting. Now that we've really enhanced and increased the threshold of that change of direction, we're then going to progress that to adding a linear component. And all this is now, instead of just moving laterally, I'm having them move laterally, but moving forward as well, which is now starting to increase or starting to translate and get more and more specific to what they're doing on the field. If an athlete, a football athlete in particular, is sprinting forward and needs to make a quick linear cut to continue to drive forward, we're just trying to enhance that. So we're doing that by working both outside leg, right, where they're planting off the outside leg, and the inside leg, because when an athlete is reacting off an external stimulus or another opponent, they need to essentially be able to react, and sometimes they're not always timing their steps, so they might cut on the outside and inside leg. So we just progress them through those series of skater jump progressions, which are linear. And then, as always, we then want to elevate it. So this is where we started to basically run them through a series of drills where they're essentially running through some different arc running, some different serpico runs where they're working through that foot and ankle again. And then finally, we add a little bit of reactionary component to those drills so that we can integrate what we just worked through all those plyometrics. So there you have it, guys. Want to kind of walk you down. If this helps any of the athletes to be able to structure how their workout should be, remember, just always isolate down to the movement that you need to perform on the field or court, and then work that, enhance it, elevate it, and then reintegrate it back into the actual specific movements that you're performing when you go compete. So I hope that helps. Hey, if you're interested in a full agility program, go ahead and check out my best-selling program, Game Speed Agility, down below, and I'm gonna holler at you guys next time.